Hello everyone, welcome to Higher Plane Games. My name's Simon and this is Cook Serve Delicious 2, a restaurant management simulator where you are basically dealing with dexterity challenges that come thick and fast, very similar to Cooking Mama and those types of resource management type games where you're having to try and juggle all the different things at once within certain time periods. Now, I loved the first one of this, and I bought it twice actually. First on Deseret, and then when Deseret went under, and I was like, what do I do? I rebought it on Steam on sale, so yay! I'm delighted to have the second one, and thank you so much for the developer for sending me over a copy. I did buy your first one twice, so I guess it kind of all works out in the end. So, you have a collection of restaurants for you to kind of play around in, and each restaurant has its own different menus. If I go into Max Wieners, for each shift that you unlock, as you do well across various different things, and apologies, I'm really trying to knock off because I'm full of flu. Each of your menu changes. And you've got in the big circles all of the main things that you want to be able to provide. You've got side dishes, which are the smaller ones down in the corner there in sessions 1 and 2, not on 3 but back in 4, and those basically help you keep customers amused whilst you're making their dinners, so that their timer goes down slower. And then you've got drinks that you kind of have to refill and do on the side. Underneath that you can see PS and HS. PS is like patron stations, so that's how many people you can serve at the same time, and that goes up, as you can see, as you go through different things up till having 9 on the final shift here on Max Wieners. Holding stations is the S one, which is where you can pre-make some of the ingredients and have them ready to go for a certain amount of time. Their freshness deteriorates as you keep them there, but it does mean that you can try and batch things together. So if you're, say, dealing with certain nuggets or something like that, you can have them on the side and then you can just dish them out really, really quickly. So what I'm going to do is go back to beer 6, almost, I think. Yeah, let's try and see if we can get a gold medal on the very first thing here. So this is the game at its quote-unquote simplest, although I don't find it very simple at all, especially when I'm not very well. So we're going to try and aim for a perfect day. Very you two. And you can see the medals and what you need to do to achieve that. So, to explain the screen before I kick off on the gameplay, you can see the X and the 6, that's the people that you need to serve, and any of the extra things that come through, like cleaning the toilet, chucking out the trash, getting rid of insects and things like that. The holding station is where the Y is on the top, and you can use the analog stick, but I find that it's quicker to use the D-pad when you're playing with the controller on this. On the right hand side you've got the timer, what your levels are and all of that kind of stuff. And how quick people basically are going to want to get out the exit, 23.5 seconds at the moment. So I'm going to start off by getting some food prep in to begin with, to make sure that the day runs smoothly. So we've got corn dogs and pretzels that we can put in these stations. So I'm going to go for corn dogs, and we'll dunk them in and cook. Then we're going to go for some pretzels, and we'll get some German ones on there. And as you saw there, we'll get some wieners on as well, which are optional things for you to kind of have, but it saves having to cook them basically on their own. And then what we'll do is we'll get in some tater tots, and we'll dunk them in, and whilst they're cooking, that means that we'll be okay with some of those to do in the future. So we've got some pretzels cooking. Once that's ready to go, there we go, we can serve that out of the X, and then that's done. We've only got 3 of them left. You can see the blue little circle, that's the freshness. So once that blue circle on those things up on the top in the holding stations are done, then that's the end of it. Now these ween twist things here, we've kind of shortcutted slightly because we've already done 8 wieners. But as you can see here, we've got cheese and then we've got ketchup. Done, and that's all that goes. If not, we'd have to cook the wiener individually first, which is why it's helpful. Let's get that pretzel out of the way as well. It's why it's helpful to make sure that you've got that sorted and ready to go, so that you can kind of batch things as you go. And if you can keep ahead of that, then that's all good. As you can see, they're flushing the toilet and sanitising it. It's part of the daily chore. You can see my my wieners and pretzels and stuff are now starting to deteriorate in freshness. And once that goes, we'll have to bin them if we've not already used them all, and get out again and redo those. So, what does this person want? They just want ketchup on their red dog. Thank you very much. Okay, so now we've got red beans and then again serve. Now one of the things that I really like about this is that the ingredients of how they come up also comes up in the menus of where they are, and they're colour coordinated. So sometimes you have to press B to circle through different bits of the menu, and when you do that it's colour coordinated so that you know which items are on which thing. If you kind of speed past in the panic, because this is the most sedate that this game will be, which is why I've done this level first before I show you what the game's really like, so that I can explain the game as it goes along. That is mega helpful. So here we go. So left trigger, Guizo, jalapenos, refried beans, gone. Let's go for the toilet and sanitize. We've now got a rush hour alert coming up, which means that we'll be very busy in a second. And actually, to be fair, what we might do again, very quickly, is get some pretzels on. They'll advance, and whatever that was, let's get out of this. Okay, so this one just wants ketchup on, head off and away. Now we've got the drinks machine to go, so we'll get that done. We'll then take out the trash. That's all good as well. And then here comes the rush hour. So this person just wants ketchup. Oh, we've got... we're going to have to cook that person's wiener on their own. I'm a bit too excited on that. So this person wants a regular bun. And you can see how those things are red. So you had to flick to the red menu to then get that up. That's that done. That's that done. Ketchup and mayo. You can see just how coordinated all the menus are. Now that this one's cooked there, sorry. So this one just wants a premium bun, so that's all good. That can go out. This one wants everything, which is nice and simple to do. That's just the ketchup on there. This is a regular bun and cheese and chilli. Go. The drinks machine to be filled. Toilet to be cleaned. This is a regular bun, cheese, chilli, onions, mustard. Can you see how the order goes? Where it's in the order of where it appears on everything. And once you get used to that, things are nice to kind of understand long term. So we need some corn dogs to be cooked. We also need some German pretzels on the bar. So we've got a pretzel bun for this one, and some mustard. So again, nice and click there. I'm trying to go slowly to the point where this hopefully makes sense for people before I then show you the sheer madness of speed that this game expects you to have at a later point. Beans, that's all fine. This one is ketchup, that's all good, that can go. So, rush hour is coming to an end. We just want ketchup there, trash. It caused so much, we need to mash it in. Beans done. Guizo, jalapeno, refried beans done. I now want some tater tots just to keep people happy. Is within that as well. Cook up some wieners, which you can see they're showing as yellow because we've not quite got them ready yet. But it knows it's on the way. If that HS has a red on, then you know that you've not even got it on the stove. I'd rather wait. That pretzel. That. regular bun, cheese, relish, ketchup. Now the beauty of this also is that you need to be able to get everything right on first press. Yes, you can screw up a menu if you're going backwards and forth, but if you actually physically select the wrong thing, then that's that order over. So if you do that, I recommend just trashing the order completely, probably. Unless maybe it's like an ingredient that's gone slightly wrong. And that's about it. Thank you, pretzel lady. This is going suspiciously well so far. I'm worried. Hoping that the pretzel person will come in, and then if not, I'll just redo the pretzel. So yeah, so this is this game. It's easily its most sedate, but this is the speed that you need to get used to where things are going, and then over time you'll kind of be sitting there thinking, right, well, how do I get people to go faster? Greens, serve in the future. Right, I want to get some pretzels, some jam and ones cooking. Thank you very much. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Rush hour. Right. We should have prepared for this earlier, you twit. Right, there we go. Corn dogs are on the way. What's this one? This one's a pretzel bun, cheese, ketchup, go. What's this one? Pretzel bun, cheese and ketchup, go. What do you want? You want everything? Go. Chorizo, salad, beans, go. Drinks machine, salt, go. Pretzel we've got covered. Okay, now we can do this. So this is mustard done. That is dry, go. Ketchup, go. Ketchup and mustard, go. Sanitize, go. Go with pretzel. Now we need to quickly make some more pretzels because otherwise we won't be able to sort of sustain that order. We also need to do a pretzel bun with... where's relish? There it is. Because we've not done relish for a while. That confused me somewhat. Okay, so this isn't everything. This is a mustard. Okay, we need corn dogs in there again. I'm also going to put in some tater tots because I'm slightly worried we aren't going to get through all these orders because I'm talking too much. Premium bun. Where's the premium? There it is. You see I start to freak out a little bit now. Jalapenos with greens. There we go. Okay, regular bun, cheese, chili, onions, mustard, go. Ketchup, go. Clean that toilet, go. Done. These are jalapenos, refried beans, go. Dry dog. Now that trash and go. That's now gone wrong. Wieners, so we've got that sorted, and we can cope with any last minute problems that we may have. And I think actually all of the things in our holding stations will last now until the end of the day, so that's good. so sour cream jalapenos. There we go. But as you can see, for a first level, it tests you out. I think, anyway. So, be prepared for the first few times that you play this game for things to kind of feel a bit all thumbs and fingers, and you'll get a little bit confused and like all over the shop. Because what I find is that whenever you go to a new restaurant and you're doing different types of foods, the first time you do it, it's like you need to get the memory muscle in your fingers and thumbs and your brain to know where things are in the menus for you to then like go boom, 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 boom and get them all out immediately. Because otherwise, you just find that you're going slow, and then you can't keep up when it gets to the rush hours, and then you can't prep for what's coming in the future, and then a rat gets loose, and then you're like, now I'm classed as I'm going to have a terrible, horrible restaurant, sorry. So, yeah, it's really, really interesting and fascinating to kind of, you get better over time. And there we go, we've finished. I think there's no one in the shop anyway, so I think we've got to the end of the day. Hey! 75 customer served, 75 combo, everything's a perfect order. I finally have a gold medal. Hurrah! So, whenever you do stuff that's well, like getting a gold medal, there we go, I've now got a new menu item, grilled fennel. I can add that to my pantry. Which is handy. And so medals basically help you unlock more and more different things for you to do over time. Now outside of this actual menu, you've then got your food catalogue. You saw I unlocked the fennel, but what I'm going to do is just show you exactly how many different recipes that there are in this game, because there's an awful lot. You can see there's plenty of stuff for me to still unlock as we go. More stuff later on as well, and quite a lot of this is restaurant dependent, or stuff that you unlock along the way. You've also got the designer mode, and the designer mode lets you play around with and muck about with all of the different things that you've got like elsewhere. So if you want to change, say, the lighting, or add stuff in, or oh, sorry. Let's change the global lighting. There we go. So we can flick between them. So let's put that back to that. Got different tables we can unlock. Oh, there we go. We can change the tables of decor and things like that. It's a bit clunky, but it's there. And so what this does is this changes the layout of what you've got in your own restaurant, which is a quick serve delicious restaurant, which you've got at the very beginning, that you can kind of just play over and over and over again with. So I really like that option. As well as single player mode, you also get local co-op mode, where you can work together to serve patrons. I've not seen a local versus mode yet, which I would find fascinating. So we've seen what it's like at the very beginning level. What we're going to do now is dive into... Should we try... Let's try... Oh, God. Yeah, let's do Chinese food. Now, I really struggled when I tried the Chinese food first time round. So this could go horribly wrong. And you'll probably just hear me going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, all the way through. So I apologise in advance. And what this does is it shows you when you hit a new restaurant and there's different types of food, how you need to kind of get with it quick, or you're going to go horribly wrong. So again, 6 patrons here for side orders. So I've not even grown out on this one yet. So this one's rice. Oh my God, rice, soy sauce, carrots, peas, and eggs. Then the next menu. Oil and chicken, pig, pork. Okay, so everything's in there together. Is there anything else that we can cook? Okay, so let's cook some corn as well. Some of that. Okay, so they're after what we've got that's coming in anyway, so that's okay. Let's try some egg rolls. Spring rolls. Sorry. Cool, so that's that one done. So now what we've got. So this one wants the Mongolian sauce with the pork. Cook. Then you have to serve it back up again. And what I found with this Chinese one was because there's such a variety of different things that you can and can't do. Like, if they send you something that's out of the blue that you've not actually had order for a while, I start going, where is it on the menu? Where is it on the menu? I start freaking out. There you can see this part of the cooked thing. So when you cook something, it's in the green at the moment, which is what I'm going to use it for here. So we need the pork. And can you see the onions is on a different menu, is on the red one. So, oh, crumbs! Done that wrong. Right. Sweet and sour. Go. It's all going to go downhill from here. And it's being quite kind to me at the moment. Spicy sauce. Okay, so we need sesame sauce, beef, green peppers, go. This person wants corn with soy sauce and butter. Done. This person wants sesame oil, beef, zucchini. That is literally the first time I've had zucchini pop up in this game. Don't freak me out like that, game. Not in the video. Not in the video. Okay, so it still feels not too bad at the moment. I feel like I'm going to fail horrifically when it comes to rush hour. Here it comes. Honey glaze, pork in. The noise on this game makes me really hungry. Here we go. Soy sauce, butter, go. Go. Corn, soy sauce, butter, go. Drink some shit, go. Oh, the dishes take forever because you can't come out whilst it's doing the beginning of the wash. Sesame oil, beef, go. Honey glaze, beef, go. Sesame seed, pork, go. What are we missing? We're missing sweet and sour, beef, go. Right, that's now cooked. Some sweet, sour, beef, green peppers, go. Broccoli sauce, where's that? That's there. Beef. Green beans, green beans, green beans! There, go. Sweet, sour, pork, green peppers, go. That's not anything. Spicy sauce, beef, celery, there, go. Let's do the corn. Get that out of the way, get that out of the way. Get you done. Let's get you on the stove. Where's the beef? Where's the beef? Mongolian. Right, well, schnauzer. cook that up. Sweet sour beef. Zucchini was at the end, wasn't it? Sesame. Pork. Red peppers. Don't diversify your menus, simply. It's a level up sound, by the way. Chinese menu seems to create a lot of trash, I noticed, when I done this in the first day. Ah, these have all gone bad. Oh, I found... Green beans, there we are. Push. Okay, this has gone alright so far. Ish. Braced for a terrible time. Excuse me. I still feel like this has gone quite well as well. What I might have to do is show you just how horrible this game becomes later on when you're proper panicking. Either that or I just feel like I'm in control for the first time. There's definitely a rhythm to the game. Right, let's get rid of that corn. Beef makes sense. If you don't know your left from your right, you might also find this game slightly concerning sometimes. Oh god, here we go. Sweet sour pork go. Where's broccoli? Beef. Ah, crumbs! That was going so well. Obviously not anymore. No! Oh, it's the wrong one. Honey. Pork. Broccoli. Let's go. Sweet sour beef go. Oh, we've run out of corn. No! Soy sauce. This is wrong anyway, this one. Ugh. It's all going horribly wrong. Help! Onions. Where the hell's the onion? There it is. I was gonna say we've not even had onions yet. Don't make me cry. Okay, we need to... Right, rice, soy sauce, carrots, peas, eggs, oil and pork, because it's a different thing this time round. What's this? Sweet, sour, pork. But can you see the need to have all of the things kind of on the go in the holding stations, and the importance of that? I don't think it showed in the first run through of stuff, but when you don't have it, it's an half notice. Broccoli sauce, pork, green peppers go, and there you go. Right, I can now clear those so quick, much quicker. Soy sauce, pork, onions. I know where that is now. Spring rolls there gives you an extra 15 seconds. And then the chow mein on top gives me another 15, so I've got 53 seconds basically before people walk out, as opposed to 23 if I didn't have holding station 3 and 4 running those specific things. Which is rather handy, I think. So yeah, make sure you sort those out. Excuse me. I think this shows a little bit more about just the kind of cook, serve, delicious mentality of what is involved and what isn't involved in trying to keep the restaurant going. So we're finished for the day, so there's not one more. So just the 2 bad orders and 2 average orders. That should give us a silver. Yeah, silver medal. That will do me nicely. What have we unlocked? Okay, we've got some booths. I'm a restaurant booth anyway. Okay. So, that is Cook Serve Delicious 2. I'm a big fan of this. There we go. We've unlocked the breakfast break loose. Oh, that looks yum. That also looks like it could be very confusing. I give this 2 hearty thumbs up. I absolutely love the game. You need to know your left from your right. You need to be coordinated. You need to get into that zen zone to really appreciate it and play this type of game. I'd really love a versus mode if there was possibility for that in local multiplayer. It doesn't need online. I think online would actually be a bit tricky to do because of the timing that you'd need for this for an indie game, I think. But local would absolutely rock. The only other mild complaint I have is that when you're playing with a games controller, trying to navigate around the menus is quite difficult because it doesn't work with the analog sticks and you have to use a D-pad. And so it gets a little bit clunky at times. But aside from that, loving this game. I give it 2 big juicy thumbs up, and I recommend this to all PC lovers. So thank you very much here for watching and Higher Plane Games. I hope that was interesting. If you'd like to see me have a go at some of the other restaurants in other videos, please do comment below, because this is something that I think that there needs to be some kind of Smithy tries this drunk mode and watch me just collapse in the sheer horror of it all. Yeah, take care everyone. I look forward to seeing you in a future video on Higher Plane Games. Bye!